It's the Beckler and Seanna podcast, your daily download of X92.9's X Mornings with Beckler and Seanna.
Brought to you by Shane Homes. If it's your favorite, it's probably Shane Homes, Calgary's favorite home builder. See quick possessions and learn more about custom home options at shanehomes.com.
It's Thursday, August 6th, 2026. I'm Beckler.
I'm Seanna.
Your sweater smell okay over there?
No.
You're just giving it a real good whiff.
So, I think, in your washer, if you leave water in it or something, it starts to have that musty smell.
Yep.
Yeah, I did a load the other day, and it two things smell kind of that musty, and I hate that smell. It's not awful. It's very faint in this sweater, but I have one shirt that I think I've ruined. I've tried to wash it a bunch, and I think I left it overnight and I can't get that smell out no matter what I do. And now the sweater is a very faint smell. I don't like that.
I didn't know until just recently that you're supposed to leave the door to your washing machine open.
Yeah, and that's why.
That is why. And also there is a filter. There's a filter at the bottom of your washing machine that needs to be cleared out every once in a while.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I should try that. But yeah, I used to always keep the door open to the washer, and then I think I left one shirt in overnight, and then I shut it out, and that washer's. Yeah, I got to do some cleaning on that, because if there's even a faint smell of that musty, I can't stand it. I don't like it. Yeah. Anyway.
I had to repair our dryer again yesterday.
Can you smell it from over there?
No, I can't.
Musty? Okay. Mostly it still smells like fresh clothes, but it's just a very faint. Maybe it's in my head a bit too, because I know I'm very sensitive. Anyway.
Yeah.
Fine. Yep.
Well,
glad everybody knows what my sweater smells like now. Slight must. Okay.
On today's show, a couple etymologies. We'll talk about some boundaries with your family. Boundaries, big word for our generation. Setting boundaries.
Setting boundaries.
Big therapy word.
Yes.
The influencers are getting desperate for views as social media has changed recently. We'll talk about girls versus boys when it comes to puberty. Something crazy has happened with my brother. I'll tell that story. The goat of clocks as we continue this stupid shit. Do you watch videos on your phone? I mean, the videos that you have taken? We'll get into that. I wrecked something of mine in kind of a funny way. And games we invented as kids. After out of context clip.
Is there fat guy wheels? I'm sure there is. You just have to go.
The Beckler and Seanna podcast.
It's kind of unofficially Throwback Thursday on this radio program, Beckler. Do you remember any of the childhood games you made up as kids? So I was kind of inspired by this because there were some kids in the pool the other day playing mermaids. The game is very simple. You just pretend you're mermaids. That's it. But
that's it, hey?
I heard the one guy call over. He's like, we're playing mermaids. And then the girl was like, okay. And then they just were in the pool pretending they were mermaids, and that's it. And there were all kinds of games like this where you declare it a name, but really it's just doing something that dumb.
Can you win mermaids or?
You can't really win mermaids. No. I mean, you can be the best mermaid.
I suppose.
That's it. You just know in your mind you were the best mermaid, but that's it. But
don't get caught by whalers, I guess is how you win.
That's exactly it.
Mermaids.
Yep. But as kids, it's funny. Back then, especially we always talk about this now where kids aren't allowed to be bored anymore. Well, back then I remember just making up stupid games because you're just bored. You find something and you're like, let's make a game with this.
And some of the best times we had were making up those games.
Yes.
I remember they were very specific to our environments. We loved baseball growing up.
Yep.
But our backyard wasn't big enough to play a baseball game.
Right.
So we made up a game called Bunt Ball where you could only bunt. And if you bunted it into the flower bed, then you're probably going to be safe because,
there you go.
Yeah. But that was fun. We played hours and hours of that.
Yep. We played lobster toss. When I was at the cabin we'd go to every year up in Thunder Bay, they had a wall that didn't go all the way to the top. And we found this plastic lobster. And the goal was to get it over the wall and onto the other person and try and hit them. So you had to close your eyes and hope you didn't get dinged by a lobster. That game didn't end well though, because the one time we did toss it over and it hit a picture frame and smashed it all over the bed. And my aunt was not happy about lobster toss.
She's like, that's it.
Yeah, lobster was confiscated. No more lobster toss.
Taking that lobster.
Man, did we play that game for years and years.
Our version of that was Magic Berries, where you would sit with your legs apart across from another fella and throw a tennis ball back and forth.
Mm-hmm. That's a bit of a jackass game, that one.
Yeah, that's boredom.
Spooky hide and seek was the other one. It's just hide and seek, but pitch black, right? And so we'd go to the scariest parts of the basement and you'd have to hide and seek in there and you couldn't turn on the lights. So then you just run into things. That was before, and you couldn't use flashlights or phones. You had to feel around and find people that way. It was terrifying.
Really dark, hey?
Yeah.
Did you ever play Open Seek?
No.
Open seek is fun.
Where your eyes are open?
Well, it's hide and seek in a big open area, but you're not really allowed to hide. You have to kind of blend in with your surroundings.
That's just stupid.
It's more fun than you would think. Look out into the streetscape right now, Sean, and imagine I was just standing somewhere out there and you had to try to spot me.
Okay.
That's open seek.
That's Where's Waldo. That's
Basically, it's Where's Waldo.
Where's Beckler.
We had another game where we would drag the trampoline under this tree in our backyard. It was teams of 2, and one guy would go up and try to hang from the branch for 10 seconds.
Yes.
While everybody else tried to like beat him down.
Oh, that's fun.
So that was a fun one.
That's good. The other one was Bob Stairs, which I know everybody's played before, but Bob Stairs we had this perfectly curved staircase, and that's when we'd go in the laundry basket.
Oh, yes.
And your friends would throw you down on the stairs.
My brother had to go to the hospital playing that game.
Yeah, that's
he
a
rang his head off one of the spindles on the railing.
For me, we had this stupid front hall table right at the base of the stairs that always was dangerous because you'd run right into it. Eventually broke the table. That game was then done as well. I was confiscated. We couldn't play Bob Stairs anymore.
It was Kevin McAllister who sledded out his front door, wasn't he? Wasn't it in one of the Home Alones? You were Kevin McAllistering it.
I was McAllistering.
Yeah.
I should have called it that, but Bob Stairs. I thought it was a pretty clever name as a kid, but
it always bothered me that the front door didn't line up with the stairs and you can't turn on an old school toboggan. So I was like, how did you get out the front door?
Well, that was what I was always trying to figure out in the laundry basket, how to avoid the table, but it's right there. You can't really
turn.
steer with it.
Nope.
If you tried that, didn't end well either. Okay, well, these were all good games.
My friend grew up in a town of 40 people.
Yeah.
Her graduating class was two people. And she said they had a game growing up called Bonk Heads, where they would just run at each other from opposite sides of the room and bonk heads. That is the level of boredom that was occurring in small town Saskatchewan.
This is why we do
90s.
a lot more research on concussions. That's solely because of bonk heads.
The Beckler and Seanna podcast.
Last year, Sean, when we were visiting my parents, my boys dug out all of our old rollerblades.
Oh.
Like my rollerblades, my brother's from when we were younger.
Fun.
Brought them home.
Damn, I wish I still had my rollerblades.
Well, they've been having a great time. They rollerblade all the time with their buddies.
Nice.
They take Cooper out and try to get him to pull them like a sled dog.
Heck yeah.
So I brought my dad's old rollerblades home, and they're still in really good shape. And I went out with Brigham this week.
Are they rollerblades and not roller skates?
They're rollerblades.
Okay,
yeah, they're Bauer rollerblades.
Too bad they weren't roller skates. I think you should go full roller skate.
If I was wearing just the shortest shorts you've ever seen in roller skates, just wiggling my ass around the neighborhood.
100% neon. Put a headband on your head there.
Yeah.
Please do that. Okay, anyway.
That'd be too hot.
Yeah.
So anyway, me and Brigham went out the other day. We took Cooper, and it's great because it's like the perfect speed for Cooper, you know? And we got, I don't know, a couple kilometers from the house, and all of a sudden my blade stopped working. Like the wheels wouldn't spin.
Oh, no.
And so I was like, what is going on? Do I have rocks stuck in them or something? So I was trying to get them, wouldn't go. So I sat down on the ground and took one off. I had squashed the wheels, the back wheel on both rollerblades.
Oh, no.
I fat guyed them, Shauna. I don't know if the polyurethane in the wheels was just too old.
I'm
and it
guessing
was hot
it probably,
out, And I weigh 215. And it was blading pretty hard. And they actually had compressed and were wedged up against like the holder for the wheel.
Oh boy.
And I was like, well, I got nothing to fix this with. These wheels are shot.
Did you have to barefoot at home?
No, I just like pushed through with wheels that didn't turn, and it was horrible. I was sweating so much. My butt was burning so much. It's a great butt workout, rollerblading, by the way.
Good.
You want to
there
get
you
cake,
go.
just rollerblade every day.
Yeah.
With wheels that don't
Get
turn that well.
Booty!
So now I got to decide if I want to replace the wheels and get really into
booty! I don't know why I said it that way. Okay, well,
we're just too bad because it was a ton of fun before they.
Is there fat guy wheels? I'm sure there is. Like you just have to go to the rollerblading wheel and be like, hey,
go to the rollerblade store. Hey, what do you got for fat guy wheel? I fat guyed my last one.
Hey, me. I need rollerblades. Give me them wheels. Where do I get them?
The Beckler and Seanna podcast.
Sam from our midday show posted yesterday that his New Year's resolution was to film less at concerts because you never go back to watch those videos.
I saw this and he posted a screenshot of his camera roll and it was crazy.
Straight
it
concerts.
Was just concert footage.
Nuts. And you and I have talked about this before. It is so true. You always want to capture that moment and you put it on film. And I don't know if I've ever gone back and actually watched the footage. If
For
I
a
have,
concert?
maybe once for a concert.
Yeah, especially because so many, especially bigger artists, like they will release high quality footage of their concerts that you can find online, which is so much better than your cell phone version. So
And it sounds like ass normally.
yeah,
and
it's
like
all crackling.
Phones distort it.
Now, Sam does also do concert photography.
He does.
He's very good at it.
He's great at it.
But you're right. Those video clips on your phone, I don't really take them anymore. I just kind of enjoy the show.
But then I was thinking recently about videos in general, Beckler. How many videos have you realistically gone back and watched that you've taken on your phone? Like my phone is full of all kinds of videos and I always take it and it's like a pretty sunset or something like that. And I'm like, percentage wise, the number of them I ever go and look at is pretty low. Like, think about it. Go through your phone and tell me how many times you go back and watch a video.
So I think it's different when you have kids.
I was going to say with kids, maybe a bit different.
Well, first of all, I go through my phone once a week because I save ideas in there and stuff for the show. And I'll delete anything that isn't going to be useful. So that includes videos that I've taken that I'm not going to use. So every video on my phone is there for a reason.
Interesting.
And I like going back and seeing, the videos of my kids when they were younger.
I was going to say newborn kids. Maybe that's the one.
Well, and the boys love going back and looking at all these videos too, right? So like they'll go through my phone and like they love all the old videos from years ago and stuff. So yeah, every video on my phone is there for a reason.
Interesting.
It's funny or it's cute or.
And for your kids going back, I understand. But you personally, do you go back and you often watch
sometimes.
videos from?
Yeah, trip down memory lane. Very
I don't.
nice. They're hard to watch though as the boys get older. Like to watch them when they were young and you realize how fast time is going by.
Right. Yeah.
It's like, man, that feels like just the other day, and look how much they've grown. And then I get sad. So
my phone has quite a large amount of memory, and so I'm not really adamant in going back and deleting videos often. And I'd say that of the videos on my phone, maybe 3% I ever go back on.
Really?
If that. And even then, like there isn't any video that I can recall right now that I want to go back and just watch for fun right now because I don't know. I'm like, there's new memories coming. I don't know what
from trips, nothing from
Not really, no. Like the odd photo I might go back on of a ski trip or something, but even then, very rarely. I'm not a sentimental person though, and I know some people are, and they really
not
want
either.
that.
But maybe with the kids, it's different.
Yeah.
Anything that like I put any work into or that I thought was a really good video is posted on my Instagram and TikTok.
Yep.
So those videos live
Those
forever
will live.
there.
That's it.
Yeah, but
The other ones just, I don't know. Like I have so many videos of the same mountain views or the same, because every time I love them in person, but what do I need to go back and look at them for?
You're right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're like, this is amazing. I should get a shot of this. And then
I'm like, I got a million of those.
Well, I'll be
or
here tomorrow
sunsets.
again,
I've
too,
got
so.
amazing sunsets from my parents' cabin and stuff over and over every year. And I'm like, I don't need this again. I'll go see it next year in person.
The Beckler and Seanna podcast.
recently on the show, we've been having a series of rather stupid discussions about the GOAT of different furniture.
Yeah, real dumb stuff. Real deep stuff here.
We did chairs.
We did.
We did couches.
We sure did.
Was there another one?
Yeah. What was the other one?
Tables.
Tables. Anyway.
What's the GOAT of clocks?
Oh, here
Seanna?
we go.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if this is ever going to end, but
Yeah. You could do this
yesterday
for the rest of time.
we were discussing couches, and we mentioned both the big comfy couch
Yes.
and Salvador Dali, who both have famous clocks as well. There's the stretching
you're
mat,
right.
the clock that Luann the clown uses.
Yes.
Or Lunette?
Lunette.
Lunette. And then Dolly has, of course, the melting clocks from his painting, The Persistence of Time. So
Lunette lives
Persistence of
here,
Memory?
doesn't she?
In Calgary?
Yeah.
No way.
I learned something recently about, or she has a connection to Calgary. Anyway, that's not what we're talking about. Yeah, those are two big, good clocks. Big Ben in London, of course, I immediately think
the
of.
first one that popped to mind for me as well. Pretty famous clock.
Fairly famous.
If you had to go from there.
Generically, I mean the cuckoo clock.
Oh. Cuckoo clock is great.
You never, I think if you're going to pick any type of clock, you might as well get a cuckoo clock.
My aunt had one and it was very cool.
Yeah.
I used to wait for the bird to pop out.
They're also a little bit annoying, but they're cool as well. So
The grandfather clock.
yes, that's a big one as well. The generic grandfather clock. The cuckoo clock that is in Looney Tunes that always the bird kicks out and kills people and stuff. It hurts people when you get bashed by the bird. That's famous. Anyway.
What about the doomsday clock?
I know. I did think of the doomsday clock too.
Predicting
It's pretty
Armageddon.
intense.
Pretty intense, although I do think it's a bit of a joke these days.
Yeah, it's true. What about the clock that the mouse ran up in Hickory Dickory Dock?
The Hickory Dickory Dock, the mouse ran up. That's right, yeah.
That's a big clock.
The clock struck one.
The nursery rhyme
mouse ran down.
that we all learned as a child involves a clock, and it's the one that the mouse ran up.
Pretty famous clock.
So I'd like to put that one up there, please, for
Sure.
discussion.
What about clocks from Coldplay?
We're going songs? Yeah, I do like that song.
Thinking outside the box?
Yeah.
I'd like to nominate the marine chronometer.
What the hell is the marine chronometer?
The marine chronometer was one of the first accurate timekeeping devices that allowed sailors to navigate, because they could navigate north to south using the stars, but not east to west.
Okay.
And so they needed the marine chronometer, and then that made discovery possible.
Cool.
Exploration.
That's a big deal. It's a bit too nerdy for me, I've got to be honest, but
If we stretch the definition of clock a bit, what about the hourglass from The Wizard of Oz?
see, there's a lot of hourglasses, and you can go down the rabbit hole with that, but no, I don't
What are
think
the other
so.
big hourglasses?
Well, the one from Days of Our Lives, right?
That's the other one I thought of.
hourglass of time. What about the
of our lives.
in Alice in Wonderland? The rabbit has the pocket watch that he busts out. That's fairly famous as well.
Okay.
The Alice in Wonderland pocket watch. I'd like to add that one.
I
in there
like
too,
that.
Please, thank
Pocket
you.
watch is a type of clock.
Pocket watch.
Would you count Stonehenge?
No.
We don't really know the function of Stonehenge, but
No,
it has been
because then-
speculated that it was a timekeeping
Yeah,
device.
but it also could be for astronomy and
Right.
Then we're
Too
talking
loose?
about that's too loose.
Too loose?
Yeah. Then we're just gonna everything that indicates any type, like the Gregorian calendar, all kinds of stuff you can add in there. No, we got to cut it off somewhere. We're gonna be here for the rest of time.
Are we going with Big Ben
The
then?
days of time.
These are
These are the days of our law.
The Beckler and Seanna podcast.
Shauna, did your family do that thing when you were growing up where they would mark your height on the wall each year?
No.
No?
No. But with two girls, it's a little bit different, I think.
You weren't as concerned with how tall you were going to
No,
be?
I know boys, it's an obsessive thing, right? For girls,
Yeah.
not quite as much.
It's still on the wall in my dad's garage where we did it every year.
That's fun.
Growing up. I should do that with my boys.
You should.
We're not too late.
Yeah.
But my brother, he does that with his family. He's got two young kids. And I told you about that crazy surgery that he had
Yeah.
in Germany where he had 3 discs replaced in his back. Mm-hmm. It cost him $100,000. It was insane.
But it gave him a new lease on life because his back was that messed up.
was so bad.
Incredible.
Yeah. And he's his back pain is gone.
That's amazing.
He's got some pain from the muscle stretching.
Right.
But he was so compressed that he grew an inch.
Holy crap.
He grew a full inch, Shauna, because they measured him in the spot where they do their heights. Before he had the surgery, he was 6'3", and they measured him last week, and he's 6'4" now.
Wow.
He grew a full inch.
That's insane.
Yeah, that's how messed up his back was.
Crazy.
Yeah, and you can imagine how painful that would be to stretch all that out, hey?
God.
Yeah.
Also, you know how many people would pay good money to get an extra inch?
Well, I was thinking that same thing. If you could sell an inch for $100,000,
Yep.
there would be plenty of people in the world who would pay that. Wealthy people.
Lots.
Right?
There is
Give me
some
5 of them, $500,000, right?
questionable surgeries and stuff that
Yeah.
try to make it, and people will do it to try and just grow the slightest bit, especially again, guys.
Those leg lengthening
I know,
surgeries and
it's
stuff sound just
awful.
horrible.
Sounds
I don't
terrible.
know why you would do that.
Nope.
But
Wow.
Yeah, full inch from this surgery. So
Man. Well, good for him. I'm just so excited that he's feeling so much better.
Yeah.
That's nuts. Especially after $100,000. You hope so.
we were always fairly close in height, me and him.
And now he's taller?
Now he's quite obviously taller than me. So I am now the older but smaller brother.
You're like, so how much is that surgery again?
The Beckler and Seanna podcast.
If I remember correctly, Shauna, you said that you were the girl in your class who grew way faster than all the boys, yes?
Yeah.
You developed quicker?
Yeah, in grade 2, there's a a photo, and I'm much taller than the teacher and all of the other students.
Grade 2?
Yeah, I'm standing beside. I was like, well, to be fair, that teacher was like 4 foot. But it started that, and then I just had a massive growth spurt in whatever grade it was, grade 8.
Did you hit puberty first too?
Yeah,
Was that you?
I was awkward.
All that? Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was lank.
We were hanging out with some friends on the
Massive
weekend
lank.
who have kids kind of around the same age of our kids. And we got talking about the differences between boys and girls at that age. And we both knew girls who looked way older than our boys, right?
I had a mushroom cut at that time. First tough look, all in all. Like just I went through. It was a tough phase of my life. Okay,
Doing middle school
I
in
came
hard
out
mode, eh?
stronger for it though. So
We said it's not only that puberty seems to hit girls first, it also seems to hit them way harder than boys. Like it happens all at once, right?
Yeah.
Whereas you don't see like young boys walking around with full beards and stuff, right?
No.
Big handlebars, mustaches. Grade 6, brother. Like, you don't.
little pit hair. That's about
That's
it.
about it,
That's
right?
How it starts.
But it seems to hit girls hard.
Is that a pit hair? Oh my god. Yeah.
But when we were talking about this, I was like, I think it used to. I think years ago, guys seemed to look like men younger. Because in my high school, they would have the graduating photos up from all the classes, all the previous year's classes going back to like the 60s whenever my high school opened. And in the 70s and 80s, like those guys looked like men. They all had like big mustaches and beards and like those smoked glasses that they wore.
Yeah.
Names like Ron and Daryl. Mm-hmm. Driving Trans Ams.
Probably a lot of farm kids who maybe they were coming back to school a bit later too. You never know. Maybe they were older.
Maybe they were 22. Who knows? I never thought about
the
that.
first few years on the farm, and now they need to go get an education. Okay, Beckler?
I remember walking through the halls
No
of my high school
judgments.
though and being like, I don't look like that.
No.
I have braces. I don't look anything like Glenn
I think we've
here.
kept ourselves younger a little bit too. Yeah, just the way we dress and everything else. And yeah, the nerdy braces, that makes you look younger.
Yeah, or like my buddy said, there must have been something in the cigarettes back then that was aging these guys because our cigarettes
Something
just don't
in the
have
water.
that.
Yeah.
The Beckler and Seanna podcast.
We talked recently about how I believe influencer culture might be dying, Beckler. And then this headline just popped up yesterday. It says, lifestyle influencers used to post cute photos and make millions. Now they have to pivot. So this whole article was kind of about how influencers are morphing and how they're not getting as many views as they used to.
Yeah, I think we're all burnt on that.
Yeah, we are.
Aren't we all realizing how fake a lot of it is?
100%. And this article also talks about how these influencers are pivoting, and it might be even worse. So it's talking about how a lot of these influencers who made full-time money doing this, they can't anymore. Again, it's oversaturated. Instead, they're now trying to just rage bait us. So they say it's now about shock content, and a lot of those influencers that used to do, let's say, luxury product exposés or whatever they might do, now they all have to pivot, and they're getting more and more desperate. So now it's all about rage bait or clickbait or just trying to infuriate us. And so they were interviewing one girl in particular who this was her thing. She used to make millions of dollars doing all kinds of other things. And she talks about how right now, every 6 months, she basically has to pivot. And it has to get more and more outrageous as it goes. Because, again, the market's getting so saturated with every version of things she's trying to do. And this is where we're at.
Has she done the nude thing yet, or is that also too saturated?
She hasn't, and I think it might be too saturated. She hasn't tried the nude thing yet. But she was talking about how her latest thing is that she's decided to order every single meal in. And the reason is because she'll go and let's say there's a Starbucks 2 blocks away and people know that. She'll order her coffee to her place instead, spend $25 on it. And then, of course, that infuriates everybody.
So there's 1,000 comments, people like,
Exactly.
This is why the younger generation, right? That's
Yep. Yeah. And she's like, yeah, and I'll do it with other meals too. But she goes, when I really want to get the views, I'll go back to ordering just a coffee, even though it's down the street. Because again, it shows how angry people get. And then that's how she gets the views. And so she goes, it's all about just doing that now, is continuing to rage bait or to infuriate people online. And I was just like, please.
It's a good environment.
God, tell me. Because that's so bad. And you've started to see, like I've started to see that too, is where you'll see something and there's something very clearly wrong or outrageous on these reels or posts or whatever. And you're just like, oh my God. And then you look and you're like, that's obviously intentional.
The first time I ever noticed it was the band Walk Off the Earth. They were doing this was years ago. They were doing a cover of a song. And it was I forget what the song was, but a very famous song. And they deliberately got the artist wrong in their description. So that it was just hundreds of comments of people saying like, "You idiots, that's not who sings that." Oh, for sure.
Oh, man.
Because I mean, you're telling me 5 musicians like that don't know the singer of a very famous song? They did it on purpose.
Man.
And that was the first time I was like, oh, people are getting stuff wrong on purpose.
Well, and I remember like subtle spelling mistakes and stuff, because same thing, people will be like, oh, I want to show you that that's not how you spell it, and they always post that, and I was like, oh, okay, that's one way of doing it, and now it's just getting more and more and more outrageous, and now they're trying to sell you on it being legitimate, even though it's not. It's very concerning.
It's exhausting.
It is.
It's if you go online right now, it's half that, it's half AI, and it's just like, why am I here?
Seriously.
What am I doing with my time?
Please tell me this isn't the way.
The Beckler and Seanna podcast.
We got a message from a friend of the show, didn't leave a name, but said, good morning, Seanna and Beckler. I'm currently running 3 influencing Facebook and Instagram pages. I must agree with you, the market is completely saturated. My one influencer is gaining 100 followers per day. The page got 2 million views in a 28-day period. The trick is to come up with an idea that will keep viewers returning. So I used ChatGPT to generate a plan that will assure constant growth. I post 5 times a day. So anyway, long story short here, this person has created an AI influencer. 3 of them by the sounds of it.
Yeah. So I asked, I said, would you mind sharing the link to one of your influencers? Because I was just curious what it looks like. And when I looked on the page, I was like, oh my God, it's all AI.
And clearly AI.
Yeah.
Like, it's clearly this hot blonde AI woman.
Well, you think it's clear, but based on the comments, there are people who I think she's real.
Really?
Yeah. I started reading all the comments, and people are like, oh, I hope you have a great day. Like, oh, where are you going today? And then there's videos of her in Calgary walking around.
Yeah, like getting a coffee. Then she's outside of the Fairmont Banff Springs Hotel.
And it looks pretty AI to me. But yeah, when I was reading through the comments, Beckler, I think a lot of people think she's real, or at least want to believe she's real. Sometimes I wonder about the two, but it's crazy. She has 13,000 followers right now, and it apparently that's over the last month or two.
Well, and this person was saying that if their growth continues, they were planning to retire right away, and this was to supplement their income, their retirement income, and they said they'll have no money worries if this continues to go well.
That's so crazy to me.
Yeah. We're getting into definitely a bit of an ethical gray area if people think this is a real person.
I know. And the thing is I was also curious. I said to you, I said, if you can create an AI account like this, then I started looking at the comments, and I'm like, how many of those commenters are real? And if these companies are really looking at your metrics and how many people are viewing your account, could you just do your own everything and it's all fake? Like, have a fake account or an AI account like this, so it's a real account, but then all of the followers and all the likes and all the views could be from all fake accounts as well.
For sure. It's just a whole fake ecosystem.
Just to show that you're having these metrics, and companies won't pay enough attention probably, and you just get paid for a whole fake ecosystem, as you said.
Right.
That's just alarming.
Like we were saying, they don't care about the quality of interaction on any of this stuff. They just care about the numbers, right? How many followers, how many views, how many people commented. And it's like, well, what if it's all garbage?
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
It's terrible.
It's too metric based.
It's crazy, man.
That's why, I mean, you and I were saying off the air, I don't spend much time on social media at all anymore.
Me neither.
There's just nothing good on there.
No.
And I've kind of like lost the motivation to make videos and stuff because it's just in a sea of crap.
Yep.
So I don't know. And I know. Our boss is on us to continue producing digital content and stuff, but man,
I'm burnt on it, man.
Oh,
it's
big time.
Yep. It's not fun. It feels torturous. Going out on there is draining mentally. Doing those videos is draining. Like, it's just... Yeah, it's a mess.
Well, I had that video of the coyote go viral recently, and I've had to kind of like step back from my account because every time I open up my Instagram account, I'll have I don't know how many notifications, and it's just the same comments over and over and over again.
That's also so weird to me.
It's like the same 4 comments that people have left thousands of times.
And it's like people see others' comments and still comment the exact same time over. That's another thing that's going on with it. It's like, what is happening here?
Yeah.
Like, if you see that comment, why do you feel the need to also post it? And if it's a super obvious comment, why? Like, I just don't get it, man.
Because nobody's real on the internet anymore.
It's crazy.
When I open my phone, I'm like, this is useless. Like, so if I haven't responded to your Instagram message, I apologize because I just haven't even been on there recently.
No.
Just been outside.
Yeah.
Just been enjoying the real world.
It's great.
Chatting with people.
Real world stuff is fun.
Yep. That's where it's at. Mm-hmm. The Beckler and Seanna podcast is brought to you by Shane Homes. If you are going to venture online, why not ShaneHomes.com? Check out where they build and the different floor plans, even if you just like looking at houses like I do. And if you are in the market to build or buy, definitely talk to Shane Homes before you pull the trigger on such a huge financial decision, because they offer affordable customization and they can make that house perfect for you. ShaneHomes.com. Shane Homes.
The better way to build.
The Beckler and Seanna podcast.
We were talking about living the island life recently, and it reminded me of a conversation I had with some friends. So they live on Vancouver Island now in Nanaimo, and they were talking about how weird it was to move there at first. And they're originally from Calgary, so they're used to, going out downtown at night, that kind of thing. And they were like, there is no nightlife in Nanaimo. And they said nobody goes out on the weekends. If you go downtown on the weekends, it is an absolute dead zone there. Places typically even close at 9 p.m., 10 p.m.
Really? No bars, restaurants, nothing like that?
They do have bars or restaurants, but they're not busy and people don't really go to them.
It's an older population in Nanaimo, right?
Yeah.
So,
the island as a whole is, but there are retirees there's lots of young people too, but they say a lot of people have house parties. So if they do anything, it is going to be at somebody's house. And one of the big reasons is because there's no transit. And I never really thought of that before, but when you live on a place like that or in a smaller place, that's a problem. If you want to go out downtown and you live driving distance away, if there's no transit, you're in big trouble. They don't really have a reliable taxi system, so that's part of it as well.
So you just hang out with your neighbors at house parties and stuff?
And that's just it. But they said even that doesn't happen that often, so they really had to adjust to just like enjoying their own time and making their own party at home, just the two of them.
I much prefer a house party to going out myself.
Yeah, I like going out still. But yeah, lots of people do like house parties. But again, there's just so seldom that they were like, it was just so much quieter than they were used to in Calgary. They're lucky though, because a bunch of their family wound up moving out there. So that's awesome because they now have family really close. But now they're saying that's a problem as well because the whole boundaries with family thing is an issue.
Okay.
And I was like, that's quite funny. They're like, we love having our family here, but their family are the type that will just show up at the house at all times and invite themselves in, and they have keys, and they'll just be like hanging out at their house, and they'll.
That's too much.
And I was like, okay,
that's too much.
That's tough as well. It's a fine balance, but I was just like, that's hilarious. How do you create boundaries in a scenario like that?
I think you got to have a chat with them. We've collectively kind of done away with the pop in. Which I'm okay with. I don't like a pop in. No,
I don't either.
Give me a heads up, and we'll get together.
Yep.
But
just an informal pop by.
Yeah.
I should start doing that to you. I should just come down and just pop in. Hey, I'm here. Just bring my own 6-pack and sit on your couch.
That's a trek for you.
What are we doing today?
I was just in the neighborhood. No, you weren't. You live half an hour away.
But yeah, I've never been in a scenario where my family lives that close where it would be tough to set that boundary. Like, I guess you'd have to kind of create a schedule, right? Be like, okay, well, I'll see you on this day, but you can't just randomly pop in.
I remember when we used to go to my grandparents' house. Mm-hmm. My mom would just walk in, and that's the house she grew up in. So I don't know if she felt like it was still home. But like, I think now, like, I wouldn't just go walk into my parents' house.
No, I wouldn't either.
Definitely. Even if we were surprising them.
What if they're getting freaky, Like, what if there's some weird stuff going on? Your parents are just trying to...
Same thing. I'd love if my family lived closer, but I wouldn't be down with just popping in.
No.
Because, like, what if I'm nude?
Yeah, that's it.
What if I'm nude?
What if your parents just stop by and you're getting it, digging it, and they're like, oh, this is awkward. Have to put pants on, or do you just pretend you're not home? You just turn the lights. Shh, we're not here.
Behind the couch.
The Beckler and Seanna podcast.
We were chatting with our producer Manning yesterday, and I don't remember if he said he owned one or he was wearing a shirt with camo just on the back. The front was like a solid color, and the back was camo.
Oh yeah.
And he's like, I don't know why. Like, what situation this is going to be good in? Like, just turn around and blend in.
Yeah, that's funny. Well, that's okay. I mean, maybe one side you want to be camel, and the other you're not. It's fine.
But he said, I don't remember if he said he owned this or he saw this, but it was a purple camo shirt. And he's like, what a ludicrous concept. Purple camouflage?
Yeah, what scenario are you going to need to be purple camo?
In what environment? Mm-hmm. Like, maybe if you're in the place from the Lorax.
Oh, yes.
Then you could blend in.
Yeah, you're in a field of violets. That would be about it.
It's like if we ever get in a really fabulous war that's fought mostly in lavender fields, then your purple camo's going to come in the Matt Berry joked that war would be fought over essential oil.
Okay. You're trying to attend or go incognito in a Grimace convention or perhaps a Barney convention, right? Then maybe you'd blend in a little bit more.
With the whole purple camo?
Blending into a cosmic bowling alley.
Okay.
Then maybe, there's always the purple light or the back room at Spencer's. They always have that backlight room where it's very purple-esque.
Right. Mm-hmm. And you're just blending
just go
right
in there and go to blend into the walls.
Or if you're trying to hide from someone who's tripping really hard.
You're trying to hide from the wine moms in a grape stomping competition, okay? That's why you need to go full
Where did he
purple
go?
camo.
The Beckler and Seanna podcast.
Etymology with Seanna.
Got a few of them here for you, Beckler.
All right.
First of all, I saw the phrase rubber match yesterday, and I was like, why do we say rubber match?
What does it have to do with rubber?
I know. A rubber match is basically the deciding game in a series. So let's say you're tied, right? It's that final game that's going to decide who wins.
Yep.
Essentially, that's a rubber match. Well, I guess it originated in the 1500s in lawn bowling. But rubber has nothing to do with like rubber tires or anything like that. It's more that the match is so close that you're physically kind of rubbing up against each other.
Oh, so not the material rubber.
Nothing to do with the material of rubber at all. Just kind of the closeness of rubbing, which I was like, oh, that's interesting. But everybody, even still, like etymologists say that it's a very strange connection and nobody really knows who first coined it or how it became so widespread. But it's more about that and has nothing to do with the actual rubber.
So it's 500 years old. It comes from lawn bowling, and we don't know why.
No. So a bit of an odd one. I was like, that's not very, I didn't enjoy that one. Anyway, also, I was thinking about the word bash. I saw it on a poster, as in like a party, a
birthday bash.
A birthday bash. And I was like, that's a bit of an odd term for a party. Where did that come from? So in 1901, the phrase was on a bash. And that's what you'd say if you were going on a drinking spree. So if you're like, oh, I'm on a bash tonight, it means that you're going and you might get a little fighty. Things might get a little carried away. You might go cause some trouble. You're on a bash. So you can see how a night of heavy drinking, where all that's the case, would naturally morph into a noisy, rowdy celebration, right? That's where we get bash from.
Okay.
And
sounds
then,
very destructive.
It does, which is kind of fun. I like that. I want to use that more for parties. I was also thinking of banger, right? Because we use that as well. So, of course, that originally means just being loud, and over time it evolved to describe high energy party songs like our Out of Bed Banger, and from there it goes to the party itself as a banger. So I was like, okay, that all kind of makes sense, but fun to look at the origin of it.
You mentioned with rubber match that you didn't like that one. So it wasn't a satisfying etymology.
Wasn't a satisfying answer. I'd like to know, and they just say mostly unknown. This is what we're guessing. Don't like that.
So if there's not a definitive answer, it's an unsatisfying etymology.
I don't sleep at night as an etymologist, okay? Nope.
Etymology with Seanna.
You've been listening to the Beckler and Seanna podcast.
Brought to you by Shane Homes. If it's your favorite, it's probably Shane Homes, Calgary's favorite home builder. See quick possessions and learn more about custom home options at shanehomes.com.
You want more? Then tune in to X Mornings with Beckler and Seanna live on Calgary's alternative, X929. Monday through Friday, 6 to 10 a.m. Mountain Time at x929.ca. And don't forget to subscribe to this podcast and have Beckler and Seanna downloaded daily to whatever device you use. Later. This week on After Hours with Ty and Millions. In for Mariah.
Sorry for making fun of you so much this week. I feel like you've been my L-Rod.
L-Rod?
Lightning rod.
I thought you meant like L. Ron Hubbard. Who is that?
You've been my L. Ron Hubbard, the guy that invented Scientology.
After Hours with Ty and Millions. Watch the video on YouTube. Stream it wherever you get your podcasts.